Oh, cool. Hold on. Is this on? This is on. Yeah, thank you for your time. I have this right here.
Just in case there's some shenanigans.
Just in case you say something dumb. I'm just kidding. I love you. Yeah, thank you. And I hope we can do more of these. I don't want it to be like so formal because I don't think you get the best out of people when it's like too formal. And also, you're my homie, so it doesn't need to.
No, I get that. You know what's weird?
What?
I was anxious because it was a Zoom call.
Yes. Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I think Zoom makes it formal. It feels like I'm going in for an interview or something.
Yeah, no, I know. It just my trap phone isn't I say trap phone, this is really bad. No, my other phone. We can switch it if you want.
No, it's okay. Like, it's fine. I'm just like, it's fine because I'm talking to you like face to face.
Yeah.
But yeah, in preparation for it. And I think it's just because today has been weird. Like, Julia went out to our friend's bride or wedding dress shopping thing, whatever.
Girl stuff.
Yeah, girl stuff. But she got me to drop her off there and pick her up, and she was like, had a migraine the whole time, felt sick, and throw up. Like, it's not been a good day.
Oh no! So, has she been pushing herself too much or what?
No, I don't even know. It just sort of came out of nowhere, to be honest.
Oh, well, you're a good man.
I try to be.
Yeah, you are.
But I think we kind of suck at consoling people when they feel badly.
That's okay.
Like, I'm good at doing things.
Yes.
Like, if someone wants something done, I can do it.
Yeah.
But I struggle to sit there and baby somebody that's like. And
that's okay. You have other strengths. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily a weakness, but you're a practical man. And you show your love in other ways. Yeah. I saw you shaved. I was like, I haven't seen your beard like not so present in such a long time.
Yeah, I'm not good at keeping it consistent. Like, I always just let it grow out until it's like bushy, and then I'll shave it down so you can barely see it. And I think like there's some people out there that keep it at the same length and they just like trim it every day or every 2 days. I'm not that person.
That's okay. At least you know yourself.
And like I get all this like neck beard hair that like all that stuff that grows out, and then I trim it like once a week or once every 2 weeks.
Oh. But the thing is the maintenance. That's the thing. I know. I used to have a fade.
Same.
Yeah, I was like, there's so many things I could ask you. But I just have two things that sort of, I even consulted Matt. I'm like, what do you think? And it's interesting because the question, because he's your teammate, right? And he's a basketball guy. I'm not associated in basketball, and so like my mind doesn't go, even though you play basketball, my mind just doesn't go there. But it was interesting. I don't know if you remember, you know what's really interesting to me is sort of the, like, sports is very primal. It's very like animal-like, and it is like, it's very like, especially in game day, because you're bringing out emotions and stuff in you that you don't necessarily bring out in daily life, because that would be no.
Be inappropriate.
It would be incredibly inappropriate to be an athlete in your daily life.
How often are you allowed to scream in somebody else's face, and it's just like, that's fine.
That's like, yeah, exactly.
It's fun.
Yeah, and it's like, but sort of the idea of like, you know, like unspoken rules or unspoken consensus, in, for example, game setting. Like, I don't know if you remember, I was asking you about that guy was like checking you, and I loved how you stood your ground, and I asked you about it, and then you just said how you articulated it, but you just said, yeah, if you let them think that they can push you or take advantage of you, then they'll keep doing it, and that'll be a problem throughout the entire game. So sort of, I guess I kind of wanted to explore, doesn't have to necessarily be this, but like the idea of like those unspoken moments and unspoken agreements and rules. I
think definitely it depends on the sport, but it probably happens in every competitive sport that, like, if you can get an edge on somebody, you do everything you can to get that edge. And I think, like, at lower levels, you still do the same thing, but it's more spoken. Like, you will hear people say, oh, well, like, so-and-so has slow feet, go at them. But the higher levels you get at, it's like, it's very obvious to everybody. Like, if somebody's a bad defender, it's not even for a game. Like, if you get labeled as a bad defender, people attack you more. If you get labeled a bad shooter, people don't respect your shot. They can, take advantage of that in other ways. But it's, I don't know, I kind of think of it in boxing and, like, physical combat sports. If you give your opponent any sign of weakness, they target that. And, like, it's, I think, a lot more obvious there that, like, if somebody hits somebody with a liver shot and they show reaction, show pain, then that person's going to throw another liver shot. Like, I think it's pretty clear to me in basketball that if you are doing something and it's working, you just keep doing it until it doesn't.
Do you think there's what other sort of...
Like, you've matched up with people a lot. And I'm guessing as a DB, you're matched up on the same person a lot. You would learn their tendencies, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And it would be the same thing. I'm sure you find little weaknesses that you can exploit.
For sure. Or, like, even knowing, okay, I'm going up against a taller guy versus, like, a more quicker guy lower to the ground, or, like, can the quarterback even make that throw? To that side of the field. Like, even stuff like that as well. Is there anything sort of the unspoken part of sport, not just that, but, like, the little... Do you know what I mean? It's just, like, these little... Go ahead.
One of the things I love is when... And it's not even just in sport, and everything, once you get to, like, really know a skill or a trait or a talent, you can almost make jokes with other people at that level by, like, not talking about it, but just pretending to do something, or, like, showing a feint or something. And, like, you both get it if you're at that level. But if you don't know it, then you just, like, it completely goes over people's heads. So I don't know, I really like that, especially playing against or with really talented players. You almost can go through the motions for most of a game and then just lock in for, like, that little bit that it actually matters.
What do you mean?
So, say you're not playing... I mean, some people even do this, like, at the NBA level. A lot of it looks like they're just coasting, because a lot of the stuff is just coasting. They have a very long season. Most of the regular season games, it doesn't make a lot of sense for their star players to be pressing up and giving 100% of the time they're on the floor. A lot of it is, like, conserving energy and, like, knowing that there's an unspoken rule that if I do this, they will do that. Like, if I pressure the ball on defense, they're going to have to attack.
1 second. Hold your thought. Yes. Sorry. Yes, go ahead. Sorry. Proceed.
Yeah, no, fair. So I just had to get up.
We're so gross. Yes, unspoken. Yes, on defense.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a thing that you've seen at all. I don't know if it's a specific to a sport thing, or if it's just like a global thing of knowing the expectations of what another player can do. Like, if I was on offense, I could put my head down and drive to the basket, and it would take a lot of effort. It would take a lot of effort from the defender to guard me. And potentially it would get nothing out of it. So instead of like taking that opportunity, I wait for a better one. I wait for when like I can get to my positions easier. I don't just put in a bunch of effort to get nothing.
But that's decision making, right? Like you're evaluating the situation and you're evaluating the circumstances and tendencies, etc., etc., and you're making deliberate decisions. Like you're not just doing something to do something.
Yeah.
Like it's intentional.
I think that like most of the time when I'm playing basketball, I look for the easiest possible option. Because like I, as a person, want to be as efficient as possible on the basketball court. Like I take the easiest shots. I do things that increase my chance of success by a lot. And sometimes it means that I take less risks that could also lead to potential points or gain or whatever. I take less risks than probably most people, and I just make sure that I do all the basic things really well.
No. It's interesting. I'm just trying to. I don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
You take. I wouldn't even know if I'd frame it as the easiest option. But if you have, for example, like 3 options, you would go for, your tendency is to go for the most.
I would almost say like the safest option. Like, for example, if I'm driving, if I have the ball, I'm dribbling into the paint, whatever, you have a lot of decisions you can make. One of them is to just put your head down and get to the hoop and try and finish. Another one could just be pass the ball out to somebody who's open on the wing, like the easiest possible pass. I would more likely go for that than take the chance to get 2 points. Because to me, I think you can get great options every time. You just have to be patient and you have to execute things well. So why would I take the risky option?
Right. Interesting. Yeah. That feels very Isaac.
Probably, yeah. Take that extra step.
No, it makes sense. Like, just try things. You're in that setting. Just try it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting. And it's interesting. It's so fun. Like, not necessarily fun. I feel a little bit of fun. But it's... I feel joy in how you kind of explain your decision-making process on the court. Because I feel like, because I know you, that's so Isaac.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about that a lot. It's the personality types. I feel like certain personality types play certain positions. And certain people play certain sports. You see sort of like generally speaking, obviously not always, but you kind of see a consistency in personality types and what resonates with people, and that's why they play that type of sport. And so it's very interesting to hear. Like I would say, for example, I'm very like I just go for it type of person. Doesn't matter how scared I am, I'll just go for it. And my play style is very defensively is very much like that. It's like it doesn't matter how big the person is coming at me. Sometimes I'll make a different decision, but if I need to put my head down and go for it, I'll make the tackle that other people are scared to make.
The fearlessness.
But it's not fearless though. I feel a lot of fear. I'm not fearless, and I'll never claim to be fearless. And I actually am that gives me a sense of pride. It's like I'm not fearless, but I think I'm courageous.
Okay.
And so the courage overrides the fear.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that distinction.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I think you're probably right that fearlessness is not a thing that many people have. Yeah. Like courageousness is probably it's a more respectable trait too.
Thank you.
Fearlessness would mean that there's just an absence of fear and there's nothing that you're actively doing to get there.
Yes.
whereas courageousness is the choice to do something even though it scares you.
Yes.
No, I like that.
Thanks, man.
I think that's something that probably isn't, I mean, it probably exists in basketball to an extent, but it's probably more of a contact sport thing of having, like, knowing that you're probably going to be in pain, but you got to do it anyways.
Yeah, and probably courage would have to occur in a different form, right?
Yeah.
In your sport.
Courage is probably just like the process of playing at a high level in any sport. To be honest, I think you have to be pretty courageous.
100%. Yeah, I miss talking with you, man. I miss this because this used to be like uni, you know, in the car rides and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. That's cool.
Okay.
So like the idea, I still have my hold on, let me just yeah, I don't know if I have like a specific question, but I don't know if it's quite talked about a lot. Especially with athletes trying to, like, being an athlete is a very specific lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's a very specific mentality. Very deliberate decision making. So navigating like your profession, especially if you're trying to be professional, right? Navigating being an athlete as well as your relationship.
Yeah.
And I notice, I think that's a difficulty for a lot of athletes.
Yeah.
And it's not something that's really spoken about.
Yeah.
And that's something that, you know, the girls, we quite, at least at the professional level, like we quite think about all the time. It's like, okay, I'm a professional. How long can I be doing this? Because I want kids. And there's a timeline. I need a certain, you know, partner is my, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's just certain life circumstances that have to be calculated. And so it's interesting also, like, depending on the partner you pick, that will drastically influence your career.
Yes, definitely.
Which is a huge decision. And then it really makes you think about your values and stuff. And I'm being long-winded, but there's no particular question. It's just seeing how you navigate yours. I find it interesting.
Yeah. No, well, like, I just want to let you speak to get out all your thoughts. But yeah, I get it. And it is difficult. Like, I think to be an athlete, to be a high-level athlete, you need to put yourself first, which is very difficult to do when you have somebody else with you. And often relationships work because both people put each other first. So it's almost like antithetical to professional athletes to be in a relationship. And a lot of people manage it. And I think, like, they manage it through structure. I would imagine that most of the people at the top, if they treat it like a job, they can create some structure. Because, yeah, the athlete lifestyle is extremely unstructured. Like, you've got a bunch of time off, but you have all of your time that you need to dedicate to your sport. Like, it's a difficult thing. And when other people rely on you to be active or present, and you have these weird changing schedules, and you have all of these other variables in your life that you don't have control over, like, they're just assigned to you. It's really hard, like, for yourself, but also your partner. I think I struggle to navigate it sometimes, but I think, yeah, it's just a very difficult thing for people to have a relationship and be in professional sports. Like, I think I probably lean more towards keeping my, you know, partner happy versus dedicating myself fully to sport. Because I think if I were to dedicate myself fully to sport, I wouldn't be able to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, I think it takes some of my attention to be like a good boyfriend and to be present for things and make plans and just accept that I can't solely focus on myself. Like a couple times Georgia has asked me, like, do I think I would be a better athlete if I wasn't dating her? And my response is and always probably will be like, maybe, but I think I would be a lot less happy. Like, I think in theory, if you have nothing in your life and you just have your sport, you could dedicate yourself fully to it, become the best possible version of yourself as an athlete, but you will probably sacrifice a lot of your personal relationships and family and everything to get there. Like, it would be incredibly lonely. I don't think personally I'm willing to sacrifice every other part of my life just to get the chance to be a little bit better, you know? And it's something that each person's different. There's probably people out there that would love to give up everything just to be the best possible version of themselves as an athlete. Probably not well-rounded as a person, but good athlete.
No, but it's good though, because like you said, it depends on the person, right? And you know yourself, you know your values, and you know what you like, sort of the direction or how you want to feel, or what type of person you want to become, and so your decisions and your choices, who you're with, etc., align with your values. And also it's also a testament to what it requires to actually be great at something. What that actually requires, it's not easy. There's nothing easy about it. So I find it interesting just to see how, you know, you guys navigate it. And also, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, it's something. So my mom is a clinical psychologist. She often talks to partners of professional athletes. Because it's something that not a lot of people think about. They probably romanticize it a little bit of like, oh, you're dating a professional athlete, you must have so much free time, you must be able to travel so much, like, you must have so much money. But what it really is you have no control over your life, and like, you have to be at specific areas, specific countries that you don't get a choice in. Like, you might have some influence over how your partner decides to take contracts, but like, in reality, you're just along for the ride. Like, it's a very difficult thing. And everything that I've heard from people is just that, like, it is really tough. Like, for athletes, at least, if you're going somewhere, you have a purpose. You have, like, you know, something that you're chasing. But for the partner, they're just there. They get to be there with you. That's something. But like, most people require more than just that to be happy.
Yeah, for sure. That's interesting. And I guess that's also too why, like, it could just be the people that I'm around, but like, a lot of athletes tend to date and marry athletes.
Yeah.
Just because they understand.
Yeah, I would say that's a big thing.
But I mean, your girl's a freaking go-getter, so she's a savage. So it's a little bit. I mean, if she wanted to be an athlete, she probably could. Like, in terms of character,
she's different, I think, in a way that, like, she will find something to do. Always, she'll find some hobby, turn it into a profession. Like, you know, I think that is probably one of the things that lets our relationship relationship work is that she can find purpose almost anywhere.
Yeah. That's a bar. It's going into the bar log.
No, but like, she's just good for this lifestyle. And even though she has this personality type and, you know, all these different passions and hobbies, like, I think she also still struggles a lot. And we talk about it, we work through things. And yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And yeah, it's something I've been quite conscious of. Yes, yeah, for quite a long time, like even since I was a teenager. But yeah, it's interesting. Oh, also, side note, it's interesting, like, I was talking about, like, you know, when you're a teenager and then you have feelings for someone, you're just like, oh, I have feelings for them, they're a cool person, I feel comfortable. And so, like, you try to, like, navigate and thug it out. Normally it doesn't work. Sometimes it does. There's cool love stories. But, like, I think you don't really think about values and the direction you want to go to with somebody until you get a bit older and you experience stuff and you know yourself a bit better. Just a little side note. But yeah.
No, that's very accurate. Like, most people who end up in relationships as teenagers, they fall apart. really
shambles.
But like, it's such a common thing that, like, you know, two people are dating because they go to the same school and then they go off to college in different places and they break up.
Yeah.
Like, that story happens constantly.
Yeah.
You know, not to be a downer, you know.
No, it's not a downer. It's just like, it's almost like it's a phase of life. It's like initiation.
And like, people in college suddenly realize that there's like more people out there than who are immediately around them, and usually they go like, "Oh shit, I've been missing out." Like, that's.
Whoa! Yeah. I feel you. But yeah, those are just like two questions, sort of, that I was thinking about today. Is there anything else you think would be valuable to touch on, or you wanted to touch, or something that was on your mind lately, or? You also did just finish a whole season. If there's something like that was kind of on your mind that you think would be helpful, or not even just helpful for others, but
just a perspective on things. I think something that I've always found interesting, and this is a weird way that I got to think about things to try and give myself some confidence. So I started basketball pretty late. I was 15, 16 years old, and I had to learn it really quick. So I always had this like perspective of myself that I'm not as good as everybody else. So that was my like intro to basketball. Is like, I am the worst person on this team, and I'm just like working to get better. And like, I still kind of had that perspective even when I was in the starting five of my high school team. You know, like, I still didn't think I was that great. And eventually I think I started seeing other people's weaknesses as basketball players. And I just kept going like, you know, I'm not great, but I have these things. And those players, they can do one thing. I can do three things. Like, I might be bad, but they're worse.
Okay.
So I know it's a really like negative way to think about people and about things in general, but for some reason that just worked for me. That like, I could look at somebody, analyze their game, and be like, oh, they can shoot really well, but they can't dribble the ball with their left hand.
Right.
They can't get a rebound. They can't pass. They can't do this. And I'm like, these are all things that I can do. You know, like, I'm not out there doing super fancy shit at any point, but I don't need to, because they can't do all the basic things that I can do. You know, and like, it's continued, like, that continued all throughout college. At U of M, I was like, you know, I'm not great. They recruited me, and I was like the worst player on the team. But I was like, but I'm tall and I'm athletic, and I got a good right hand. I got a couple things.
Yeah.
What do they have? Oh, they can shoot, but their decision making's not good or whatever. And I just kept using that as basically still use that. But the problem is people just keep getting better. And then eventually I'm like, shit, they are good at basketball.
Yeah. No, but like, no, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think it's just harder when you get to the higher levels. But then again, saying that, when I look back, when I got to high school, I thought everyone was good. And then I got, out of high school, and I was like, actually, everyone in high school is pretty limited. Got up into college, and I'm like, all right, everyone's good. But then I got a couple of years on in college, and I'm like, they're not that great. And I think the higher levels you get, the easier it is to see everybody else's flaws and your own flaws. But like you can pick out weaknesses much easier and exploit them.
Let's say that. And I think there's a lot of truth in what you said prior, before you're talking about saucing up a 50-year-old dad. Yeah. It's. Sorry, there's a lot. No, that's okay. There's a lot of truth in what you said, and I think recently as well. I think I understand how you feel, because I came into rugby late and stuff, and just always thinking I'm not good enough. And then only recently, really, just I kind of owned it. I'm just like, you know what? I actually don't care that you're better than me. And getting comfortable with people having more experience than me.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I can't ball out. It doesn't mean I can't keep you humble and honest. So, like, you might have more experience, but that doesn't matter when it comes to game time. Or like, let's line up toe to toe, and let's compete.
I think sometimes, like, the person you're scared of most is like an experienced professional. Is like the young person who just like doesn't care and puts in a ton of effort and energy. Like that's like the scariest guy on the court, because they're gonna just like ignore all of the unwritten rules and just like try and prove themselves every single moment they're on the court.
Yeah.
Like so old people don't. They don't care. They're just like, they follow the unwritten rules. Young people don't.
I love that. Sounds like me.
Yeah.
Dog. But anyways, I didn't have to use this.
I mean, you could have during the 50-year-old man spiel.
No, because I liked it. I low-key liked it, so I didn't. But yeah, no, that's everything for today. No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
That's okay.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
Like I think we could never be on a podcast together, because at some point we would start just talking about something unrelated or stupid or.
That's exactly why we should. Like, I think if we were in person, we could have a dope podcast.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It's fine. Eventually I would like it. I would like to do like a in-person format.